My name is Mondlinduli. I live in Mayville. I study in University of South Africa. In terms of religion, I don't know. Rasta is not called a religion, it's called a way of life. So spiritually, I'm under Rastafarian in terms of faith. In terms of Rasta faith, spiritually, dreadlock is a covenant that we have between our God, which is King Rastafari himself. The Bible says, Leviticus, it clearly stipulates that a human being shall not cut around the corners of his head or his body. We don't cut our head because it's a covenant we have between King Rastafari himself that we shall keep our dreadlocks. Because it clearly says a person who obeys the Nazarene vow, which we Rastas do, shall not cut his head. And cannabis, or the herb as I may call it, it's a way of giving, it's a way of offer. Christians, when they offer in church, they give away money. We Rastas, we offer cannabis, it's a way of giving, also for the purpose of meditation, in order to communicate with the Most High God, which is King Rastafari himself. So cannabis, it basically helps you to meditate, first of all, and secondly, it's a way of offering. In the speak of democracy, brother, first of all, it's a Greek word. It's a Greek derived kind of word. But in South Africa, most religions are classified under Christianity. And Christianity, it kind of oppresses Rastafari movement itself, you know. Because most Christians don't smoke weed. Most Christians don't wear dreadlocks. So we find ourselves as outsiders in South Africa, basically. Nothing has changed much for us. Cannabis is still illegal. Growing dreadlocks is still kind of weird, but it's still unacceptable in a society to a certain extent as we don't get employed in certain sectors of employment in South Africa if you have dreadlocks. Or if you're a Rastafarian, because a Rastafarian person can see by his appearance. It never did much for us, except that instead of fellow African black people that are free to a certain extent in terms of employment and education, so we are free to study wherever you want, or we got the freedom of location, freedom of speech. But in terms of Rastafari movement, it's still the same thing. But I appreciate what other freedom fighters have done for us, because there's no more much kind of segregation, but there's still discrimination in terms of religion itself. So that's what I can say in terms of democracy. Educationally, it's a disadvantage if I can talk to you abroad, because you cannot teach. It's very hard to teach a teacher. Rastafari people are teachers, not learners, by the way. It's very hard for me to be taught by a Babylon mentality kind of person who's gonna teach me white supremacy. I cannot accept alien teaching in my life. It's kind of very difficult. That's why some Rastas are seen as warriors in terms of accepting Babylon teachings. Because Babylon teaching it's a theory of something that is not good. Because Babylon it's not a color or race-based concept. Babylon means evil. Babylon means not good. Babylon means to oppose good. So the disadvantage of being a Rastafarian in South Africa, he always struggles to get employment, especially in the government employment sectors. To be comfortable as a Rastafarian, you need to be self-employed, which is a disadvantage. I would like to see Rastafari faith in South Africa be more acceptable in terms of government, because Rastafarian people are kind of people who are not accepted in a government, because there are a lot of rules against them.